Hello, good early morning to all of my many friends, also to my many enemies. Once again, this is a very short episode of Roosevelt Sounds Off, and I just had to jump on here and just go live for a few minutes concerning some more information that I have found out about the alleged shooting of the security guard that took place at Manny's Blue Room Lounge on last Saturday. Jamil Robinson, who was 26 years old, who was a security guard, who was a father of a baby boy plus one on the way, and he was also a church musician. And last week, there was an incident that took place at Manny's Blue Room Lounge, and he managed to try to save some lives when there was a fight, and then some other people came and everything with some guns, and he happened to subdue one of the people who was doing the shooting. And Robbins police were on the scene, plus there were 70 other witnesses. But a Midlothian police officer who's alleged to be named Ian Covey, and I do have the correct spelling of his name. First name Ian is I-A-N, last name Covey is C-O-V-E-Y. That's alleged right now because I wasn't there, and these are only alleged facts that I'm finding out through the activist world. That he showed up, and from what witnesses' accounts are, they are saying that he acted like a complete and utter and total jackass, jumping on top of the bar and pointing his service weapon and everything at people. And some of the people who were there, who were interviewed by a certain Chicago activist, said that they would never forget how he was acting and, pointing his weapon at everyone, and even some of the names that he had called them. And he decides to go back out to his vehicle. And first of all, he just ran into the whole situation without trying to figure out, first of all, what was going on. He just reacted, because only thing he heard on the radio, like I said in my last video, was black, alcohol, and a gun. But the security officer had one of the people under, control already. But he went to go get an AR-15. And so many people in the parking lot who were there, 70 witnesses. And, even Robbins police were trying to say he's one of the good guys because he was actually security. And so he ends up killing him anyway. Now, that what the Illinois State Police have said is that, when he was ordered to, he didn't drop his weapon. But, plus they are trying to also give the narrative that he didn't have anything, readily on to identify himself as being security. So, but we know this is an outright lie according to the 70 or witnesses who were there and who actually saw this whole thing. So tonight I managed to find this officer's picture and the correct spelling of his name. And he has been with the Midlothian Police Department for 4 years, and he's even the leader of their SWAT team. But from what I'm hearing, I might be coming to you like later on this week, because they said in about 72 hours, more information is going to come out more about like what really happened during this whole thing. And from what I'm hearing, that it is going to blow people's mind. I mean, you thought that we were outraged before whenever we saw things, whenever we saw police misconduct, whenever we saw police brutality. Everybody's saying that you ain't seen or heard nothing yet. It's kind of like what the Bible say. Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard. But they said certain things might be coming out in 3 more days. So yes, I'm going to keep up with this case, and I will be coming back to you if anything groundbreaking happens. But I had to come back to you with more information on this officer, including the correct spelling of his name. And so far, his name hasn't even been released to the news media yet. And I feel that whenever there is a police shooting, that since the police work for the people, that the people do have a right to know about it, who was involved and what happened. And, I think that we want to know what happened fast. We want to know what happened quickly. So that's what I had for you. Remember that name, Ian Covey. He is a Midlothian police officer right now. He's still on leave. So that's what I just had to come live and everything a second just to say. And I think that it's a shame as to what happened, because this young man, Jamil Robinson, was actually doing his job. And he had no criminal record, no background, no nothing like that. But the Illinois State Police, because, you know, police agencies, they will look out for each other sometime in these kind of cases, you know, still want to make him look bad and trying to say that he didn't have on a shirt or any kind of identification readily identifying him as being a security guard, which is a lie. So they're already trying to demonize him in their narrative. I mean, he was a church musician, a father of, you know, what was going to be, you know, 2 children. So you could definitely see that this guy was not a nut. And he was even studying to be a police officer, because I guess this security job was one step up, you know, to completing his goal of being a police officer. But what happens? He ends up getting killed by the same group of people that he wants to be a part of. And I feel that in this case, I feel that it's possible racial bias, and it's possible racial hatred that's even going on. We'll see when more facts of this case come out, and I will be coming back to you with more facts on this. Oh no, we're not done with alleged officer Ian Covey. We're just getting started. So I'd just like to say good night. Thanks for watching. If anybody liked this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. And I'll see everyone in the next video. Good night. Peace and blessings to all. I'm about to end this live feed. See you all later. Peace.